Hey, are you guys ready to hear an amazing story? Well, you're in luck. Today I'm going to talk about experiences I've had with animals. My first story is about me and my brother's pet birds. They were nice yellow birds, but I can't remember that much about them because I was really young at the time. And for all you note takers, this was before the raft incident. I can't remember their names, so I'll call them Osborne and Yahoo.com. I don't really have many stories about them, but when we moved to Cold Lake, we had to give them away. I think they're dead now. Okay, now for Benny. Benny wasn't our dog, but he was our friend's dog. My friend's name? I'll call him Jonathan. Jonathan always said,
Benny is the best dog ever and he would do no harm.
I'll just fire the things I didn't like about him at you one by one. He barked super loudly, scratched me on a daily basis, bit me on a weekly basis, had to be kept chained to a tree out front, and that's not even it. Another weird animal experience is when we found a rat by our house. Our friend Dustin's little brother put the rat in a plastic container and took it home. That was the last we heard of Biggie Cheese, the rat. Okay, now for Link. Link was a frog we found in our backyard one day that we kept as a pet. My mom wouldn't let it in the house, so we kept it in our backyard. One day we think Link escaped, so naturally we went looking for a new frog. We found a red one that we named Zelda, going along with the whole Legend Zelda theme. But Dustin stepped on it straight away and killed it. Don't sue me, Peter, sue him. So after that we decided that it's time to let the frogs live their own lives and get other pets. Our next pet was a betta fish that we called Ralph. He was red and really majestic. He lived in a small bowl, but it was big enough for him to be able to survive. About a week after we got Ralph, we got a new fish in a big old fish tank. This new fish was a black suckerfish. This one was technically my brother's, while the last one was all mine. This new fish didn't really have a name, so I'll just call him Shagger. Okay, no, definitely not Shagger. Don't put that in the video. I'll call him Poutine. Yeah, Poutine. So Poutine was the first of many fish to be kept as slaves in this tank. We couldn't put Ralph in the fish tank because he would just eliminate all of the other fish. We got a few orange fish and a few black fish. Let's discuss the orange aquatic life forms first. They always seemed to get pregnant. I've got my eye on you, Poutine. The sad thing is whenever our mom would clean the tank water, the newborn fishes would die in the process. We didn't even know half the new fish existed before we saw their corpses. Okay, now for the black fishes. They were quite eager to get out of the tank. Whenever our mom cleaned the tank, we would put them in a little plastic tray. Only the black fishes would try to escape. Might have something to do with their past. But me, David, that's my brother's name by the way, and Dustin always sat next to the tray and put any escaped inmates back in the water. We eventually got so good at it that we would catch them with one hand without even looking. Keep in mind that we were only 8 or 9. But when we moved, we had to give all the fish to Dustin. Our next pet jumps all the way to England. Me and Chuck Norris, remember him, were playing soccer/football in our backyard, and we stumbled across a little caterpillar thing. We called it Penny, and we gave it a little home behind a huge tree in our backyard. It was basically a mansion for caterpillars. But one day the whole thing was gone, but neither of us really cared enough to get mad. Our next and final pet is our hamster, Furball. Allow me to tell you the whole story. I was at school learning about boring things like fractions and stuff, while my mom and my sister, I'll call her Microwave, were out in Gloucester. Gloucester's like the big city over here. I think that's the best I can put it. They ended up at the pet shop and were looking around at different pets. There was a little dwarf hamster up for adoption, so my mom and Microwave got it. When the cashier was showing them the hamster, it jumped away from them. Microwave just barely grabbed it before it got any further. They also got a cage and a bunch of food. I was done school by then, so they drove straight from Gloucester to my school. I asked why there was a cage in the back, and they just suspiciously avoided the question. I eventually figured out that it was for a hamster, and I was super hyped. We decided to name it Furball. Microwave wanted to determine its gender, so she checked.
Let me just check. Yep, that's definitely a girl.
And that, kids, is the story of all the animals I've ever enslaved. Hello people of the world at this moment in the universe's ever-extending timeline. I hope you enjoyed this video. This video is quite a bit longer than usual, as you may have noticed. I wanted to take this time to welcome the new member of this channel, Dustin. His own channel, Searing Boom, is the type of channel that doesn't upload any videos and still gets quite a few subs. So go to his channel, subscribe, and wait for him to finally upload. Thanks to David, my brother, for voicing some lines in this video. In my last video I said in the end card that my mic was broken, but I managed to fix it, so that's pretty cool. As you can see, I don't have any fan art, so make me some. Another thing I want to get out of the way is that I'm going to have an upload schedule. I'm going to try to upload once a week, and during the days in between videos, the other people on this channel will keep your thirst for videos quenched. Here's a picture of my uploading schedule. Wow, Eric, what a great schedule. Usually my end cards are like 20 seconds long, but this is definitely over that. And yes, I do write scripts for these. It helps me get my words on point. Because when I'm giving presentations or telling stories just improvised, about half of it's just me saying, I just realized this end card turned into a script for a really short video. I'm still allowed to talk about it for a normal video. This video is long enough already, so I'll see ya later.